Good evening all and welcome to another video on All Hail the Ale. It's Friday night, which means it's alcohol-free beer night. And the one we're going for tonight is from Big Drop. It is Tailwind IPA. And it is 0.5% ABV, as is just about everything Big Drop do, if not everything. You've got the usual scale of joy on the back of a Big Drop can. And it says this one is somewhere between Sit Up and Beg and Race Whip. You've got 40 IBU, so a little bit of bitterness, and you've got 72 calories per can, which is not bad. Your hops are Chinook, Cascade and Williamette, and it says, saddle up. This crisp, refreshing IPA oozes scents of lemon zest and tropical pineapple. A subtle bitterness works in tandem with the tropical citrus flavour notes from the Chinook and Cascade hop pairing, with Williamette delivering a round, balanced, spicy finish. Green lanes and the rolling countryside create the perfect summer backdrop for the fresh, rehydrated drop mid or post ride. So yeah, there we go. That's your bump on a can. That's your scale up the top there. You know, it's edging a little bit closer to the right hand side of the Race Whip. Not quite sure what that refers to, but we shall see. We shall get it out into a glass and see what we think. I quite like the can artwork. You know, it's typical of the brewery. There's nothing obviously different to what they normally do. So, the beer. We're going to pour into my AF Beer Club glass, and the pour is... oh, not as pale as some that I've had from Big Drop. Quite a nice colour to this. There we go. We've got a few more bubbles than I'd like on the side of the glass, but nevertheless, you've got a nice coloured beer. Let's put it in front of the boat race. There. It's kind of golden, deep gold is what I'd call that, with a fairly soapy head. Up close, that's your head, hopefully. There we go. So you can see it's a little bit soapy. But otherwise, it looks all right. It does. I like the colour. The colour instills confidence to me. So, it's a whiff. Okay. I'm getting that sweet malt profile that I get in a lot of Big Drop beers. I'm getting a light hop. I'm not getting citrus and tropical though. I'm not, sadly. It's light on the aroma, which is a shame, because citrus and tropical are two things I love in an IPA of the craft variety. Yeah, getting nothing, sadly. Which is not uncommon with the Big Drop Pales, I find. So, yeah, let's see what it tastes like, shall we? Cheers. There's more flavour than there is aroma. Let's put it that way. You've got a slightly heavier than light body, good carbonation throughout, light and crisp in the mouth. Flavours are more malt forward than they are hoppy. It's a crystal kind of malt. It's not as sweet as some of them have been, which is a good thing because the malts I've found in some of the other Big Drop Pales have been overpoweringly sweet. This is more balanced, which is a good thing. There is a subtle bitterness on the back end. As for the citrus and tropical, though, I think they're missing in action. I can taste beer, which is a good thing. I can. However, it's missing the things that it says it has. There is perhaps an element of like a grapefruit pithiness to the bitter edge of the beer. But in terms of zesty lemon, no, it's not there. And as for any pineapple, I'm not getting that either. There's no hint of underripe pineapple, no sweet, sugary pineapple. I've got no pineapple. But, and it's a big but, what is here is nice. It's got the things that I like in an IPA. It's got hops. Granted, it's more malt forward, but there are hops. It's got a bit of bitterness. There's no resin, which is a shame, you know, but it's not that kind of IPA. This is closer to a traditional IPA than it is a modern hoppy, tropical, zesty IPA. And it's no bad thing for it, let's be honest. The finish is where you get most of the bitterness, and as that bitterness fades, you get the malt again come forward. Hops sit there in the background doing their thing. Like I say, it's more malt forward to me than it is hoppy. Yeah, interesting bit. A beer of two halves. So let's give it some points. Go to the aid memoir from Untapped first of all, which says that the Big Drop and Pariah Tailwind IPA has had 219 check-ins and a pretty decent score at 3.25, I think. You know, for a Big Drop beer, I've certainly had worse. My scoreboard of joy has got the looks, the aroma, the body, the taste, and the finish, and will it get some points for value for money buying again? And the bonus point if it gets all 5. Don't think it's going to get the bonus, let's be honest. Let's up front. So we're going to go for the appearance first of all. So the beer in a glass, it's the right colour. You know, it instills confidence. It's got that beer-like quality going on. 99% clear. You've got a bit of fridge haze, and the head, what there was of it, you know, it looks all right until it faded. It's light and soapy, but it's an alcohol-free beer. There is a compromise, and it's usually on the flavour and the head. And this one, it's lost the head. So yeah, I like how it looks. It's not perfect. Like I say, the head could be better. It's going to get the 0.75. The aroma is almost non-existent, based on what it promises, and we're just going to revisit the promises. Crisp, refreshing IPA oozes scents of lemon zest and tropical pineapple. There is no lemon zest and there is no pineapple in this can at all. I'm just going to check. Yeah, it's well in date. Well in date. So it's not like it's gone beyond the best or anything like that. It does, however, have a malty aroma. The malts are there. It's light, though. That's the issue that I have with the aroma. It's light. And it's lacking the things that it promises. It's lacking the lemon and tropical pineapple. It's malty with a little bit of hop, but it is light. I like what is there, though. Just want more of it and the things that it promises. So I'm going to give it the 0.5 on the aroma. The body, I cannot complain about. It's slightly heavier than light. It's good carbonation, and it's a nice soft mouthfeel. It's clean. It's crisp. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Gets a full point. The taste, whilst it doesn't deliver on the promises that it says on the side of the can, namely, again, no lemon and no tropical pineapple at all, it's quite nice. It's malt forward. There are some hops, and there is a nice bitterness. It's a slightly pithy bitterness that you could almost argue is grapefruit-like. Whether you like that or not is another thing. Whether you buy this beer for the lemon zest and enjoy it for what it is, again, it's up to you. It doesn't deliver on the brief. So I can't, in all good consciousness, give it the full point. But what is there is arguably one of the tastiest Big Drop beers I've had outside of the Galactic Milk Stout. So that is saying something. Because it doesn't deliver on the brief, I can't, in all good fairness, give it more than the 0.5. And the finish. I like the finish. It's got some bitterness. It's got a nice malt profile on the back end. It's not that ridiculously sugary sweet malt that is prevalent in many alcohol-free pales. It's more towards a crystal malt, and it's a good malt. And the hops on the back end, again, are quite nice. Subtle, but nice. I like the finish. I'm going to give it the 0.75. Which means, if I add that up, we've got 1.5, 2.5, 3.5 out of 5 on the Untapped scoreboard of joy. So we know it doesn't get the bonus point because it hasn't got a full 5. Would I buy it again? Do you know what? Possibly. I possibly would. I like what I taste. It's a shame it doesn't deliver on what it says, though. If I had choices, probably not. But if it was between all the Big Drop pales, absolutely, this is the one I'd buy. So I'm gonna be kind and give it the tick for buy again. Does it represent value for money? Well, I can't remember what I paid for it on the Wise Bartender. I think it was about £2 something. It's tasty enough, but it doesn't deliver on the brief. So I'm going to give it the question mark on the value for money because it's nice, but it doesn't deliver. So I buy it for what it says it's going to be, not what it actually is. So yeah, 3.5 out of 5 for the old Tailwind IPA from Big Drop and Pariah. With one buy again, and just not the value for money or the bonus tick box. So there we go. Like I say, a beer of two halves. Starts out a bit iffy on the aroma, ends quite nicely with a nice flavour, even though it doesn't deliver on what it says it should. And on that note, I'm going to leave it there and say, that has been the beer. I've been me. Those down there are the buttons. You know exactly what to do with them by now. You've got the like, comment, dislike, and subscribe. Choose any combination of them as you wish. And I will see you again soon for another one. Bye.